Hi, Chuck Etheridge, your English teacher here. Here on MLK Day, I wanted to share some quick thoughts with you about memo writing. Now, a memo is a specific kind of animal in terms of writing. It's not a letter, it's not a policy, it's not a procedure. It's always there to show, pretty much, to give one specific bit of information to a specific audience. So, it's usually formatted the same way. It's to whoever the recipients are. Sometimes they're by name. Sometimes you want to go with a specific group. In this case, I'm going to write a memo to all English MA students. In other words, all the students in the English Master's Program at TAMUCC. From me. Now, sometimes you just want to put your name, but sometimes you want to put your role. So I'm going to put Chuck Etheridge, Graduate Coordinator. Because sometimes you might be writing someone as a coworker, as someone who's in charge of a specific project, as someone who's doing fundraising. So often it's appropriate to put not just your name, but your role. Some people like to put which is regarding. Other people put subject. In this case, meeting with graduate advisor. And then always a date because things are time sensitive. In this case, it is January 16th, 2002. If you notice, this looks a lot like an email. So, what do we have? We have to the recipients, from who you are, who the author is, and the reason their role they're writing in. Subject. Now, subjects are really important. Not hi or hello, but the subject conveys exactly what the memo is about, and that's very important as well. And then the date. Again, as I mentioned, it's very similar to an email. Memos and emails function very similarly. And again, about the subject, if you're writing in a professional capacity and you're writing an email, you really want to have a very clear subject. Because why? A lot of people, if they get an email without a subject, they won't open it, or if it's unclear, it's one more thing, or oops, or something like that, it might not be perceived as important. But if they see something like meeting or deadline, they're going to, hey, I think that's important, I'm going to take note of that. Now, again, another way in which memos and emails are very different from other kinds of writing that you do. It's not a social message, it's not a letter, it's not a text. That first sentence should contain the key information. All graduate students in the MA English program at TAMUCC need to meet with their advisors during the first 2 weeks of the spring 2012 semester. And if you look at that, all graduate students who in the English MA program should do what? Meet with their graduate advisors when? During the first 2 weeks of the spring 2012 semester. Some policies regarding comprehensive examinations and degree plans were changed last year, and the graduate faculty want to make sure that each graduate student has the correct MA exam reading list and the correct degree plan. And if you look at that, that's really all that you need to say. Again, it's not, hey, how you doing? It's come to my attention that that first sentence really needs to convey what action the reader has to take. The second sentence might give some more information, in this case, some policies regarding exams and degree plans have changed, so you want to make sure you're on the right one. Some reasons. You might even have another paragraph if you wanted to go on to talk a little bit more. Depending on when you entered the program, that's probably not very good. What I'm trying to convey is the catalog is different and the requirements are different depending on when you entered the MA program. So sometimes talking out loud helps. Requirements vary depending upon when you first enrolled in the English MA program. Your requirements might be different from other people you know or other people you are in class with. For this reason, it is very important. Hate very. It's a meaningless word. It's highly important, maybe even critical, but I'll go with highly important. That you meet with your graduate advisor as quickly as possible. Now, this is where I would stop. Lengthy memos don't work. Lengthy emails don't work. Now, I know when you look at this and you read this, it's going to look incredibly simple. But one of the ironies is writing short, clear, straightforward memos and emails and even sentences is a gift and an art. You'll be surprised how many times people forget a critical bit of information. A really famous one to do is to forget the date or the time or the location of an important meeting. If I were to send this out to students, would probably just stop with that first paragraph. I probably wouldn't go on to the second paragraph. Memos longer than 2 paragraphs, emails longer than 2 paragraphs tend not to be read. Now, there's some reasons in which you might write a longer one, but generally these rules of thumbs are pretty good to follow. So that's all I'm going to say about this. Hope it was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, just want to chat, give me a call. Talk to you soon.